All right, Brandon.
Brandon's big points.
Big points.
Yeah, big bites. All right. Number one, Christmas time is about giving and having the Christmas spirit. Name one person, not in your family, not who you're married to, that if you had all the power to change their life, what would you give them and why do they deserve it?
So I get to pick a per.
I'm waiting for the sexual.
Yeah, I'm waiting for and then shove something up their ass.
No.
What would you like?
Well, okay, yes. I'll add the addition.
If you could get them a dick surgery.
No, I think it's a good question.
So if also you have to say that, you have to answer that one, and also if there's one person that were naughty, how would you ruin their Christmas?
Okay, so this question is about picking
not no one in your family,
picking a person,
a friend, or
picking a person.
Yeah, a celebrity, anybody. Yeah.
Like, okay, so it's more like if you could pick one person, who would you want to help?
Yeah, like change their life, make their Christmas special, and why do they deserve it?
I'd pick Brandon because
me too.
Yeah. Because he's got good big bites.
Hey, it's kind of nice.
But should I say my serious one now? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, like all my I guess I could do groups of people like the less fortunate, my employees. Like it's hard to pick one person that I don't know. Like Tiny Tim. I'd pick Tiny Tim from the Christmas Story. Like.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, well, who's your answer? Like Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell.
No, I might give Carson Wentz Mike's special stuff
or
something.
Oh hell yeah, Jalen
That's a good one.
Give him his virginity back so he can play like he used to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's sad.
Brandon, did you just say Jalen Wentz this Sunday?
Jalen Hurts.
I thought you said Jalen Wentz.
I probably did.
Yeah, you did, but you were just thinking two thoughts. That's a good one, Carson Wentz. As an Eagles fan, that is
great.
Give him his talent back. He's so bad.
He is pretty bad. He lost it. Like it's funny how quarterbacks all about mojo. It's all about mojo, man. It's all about mojo. Mojo is an absolute real thing.
For sure, especially in sports and really anything that's like a competitive.
I mean, it's less of a thing in maybe like sprinting. But quarterback?
I don't know, dude. Like the best sprinter of all time, Usain Bolt. Like the dude, it just like leaks mojo everywhere he goes. He's like got the most mojo of anyone I've ever seen.
True. I mean, I guess like Carson Wentz can still throw a ball as far as he could throw it before. Like it's not about physical attributes.
He needs like a sports psychologist, basically.
It's
the weird
thing
mojo
is mojo's mental attributes.
His mojo never felt natural. His mojo always felt forced and like corny. I know that I've used the word corny a lot recently, but like there's something to be said for Nick Foles, the way that he like led that team and people who like they could relate to him. Carson Wentz is like a weird guy. He's like super, super religious, very conservative. Like
from North Dakota.
Yeah, he came from a weird spot in the world.
And like I don't think these guys like really like him all that much.
I heard that for the first time recently that he's has kind of like a not the best locker room guy as far as he thinks he knows it all. But also, like,
he's not relatable.
A weird leader.
Really.
Yeah. The year they won that Super Bowl,
he was so good. He was a clear MVP before he got hurt.
He was so good before he got injured.
They had this whole religious thing going that year.
Oh, I mean every team has that every year. Like NFL players are always Oh,
every team has religious.
Yeah,
they all pray before and after every game. Absolutely.
Didn't they like go into a pool and all get like baptized or something? In the 2017 Eagles. My question was, did Carson Wentz lead that?
No. I mean, he was a part of it. I mean, every NFL team has like a chaplain. Like not every player is religious, but every team is like has their core group of super religious players. I can't believe you're surprised by this. Even like the guys who like are like head cases and like discipline issues are usually like very, very religious. Glory to God, all that stuff, which is fine. You know how I feel about God in the heart. But here's the thing: Nick Foles is also super religious, but he like approaches it a different way. Yeah. Nick Foles is cool as a cucumber. He was like the perfect.
He's
his nickname.
He's a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, BDN. I have a video from the Eagles parade of him throwing a football to a kid, like right over our head and right to the kid, like a soft. I mean, he throws a catchable ball. He throws like a pillow.
Yeah,
right
he
to the
does
kid.
kind of throw soft.
And the kid just dropped it.
Oh,
It was like the saddest thing.
that's the worst. He'll always remember
kid
that.
got-
Probably.
He got booed out of there. Like he was on his dad's shoulders, right in the breadbasket,
Damn.
dropped it.
Damn.
He got booed.
Booed.
Rightfully so. Yeah, he got booed.
Yeah. Boo! Like to a little kid. That's so funny.
So we're all hoping Carson Wentz has a good Christmas.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Brandon, Carson Wentz, and Tiny Tim.
All right, that sounds good. All right, second. Do y'all know what's happening on December 21st?
Is it the winter solstice?
Yeah.
So winter
Yeah,
solstice,
I was gonna
shortest
say
day of
that.
the year, but also a phenomenon. Jupiter and Saturn are going to be coming the closest it's ever been to each other in 20 years, but it's going to be the most viewable since 1226. And on Black Twitter, that's like a thing on Twitter, the Black community on Twitter, they kept tweeting about it, and I was like, what's so important about it? So apparently on December 21st, Black people will have superpowers. So they think because of the winter solstice, it's because of the Jupiter Saturn thing. Like all Black people will have superpowers, and their true form will come out. So, what do you think the Black community will do with their superpowers on December 21st?
Well,
So that's the question.
fly. Well, Brandon, are you gonna get superpowers?
I probably should take a 23andMe before, but I'll find out.
So
What
you
does
don't
that
know. You don't know what gender you are. You don't know what race you are.
So, well,
You said gender. I know
So-
you live with your mom, right?
yeah, my
Your
mom's
mom's white.
white. And
Okay.
my mom, she was the black sheep in the family. She married a Black man. My sister's dad is definitely him. But when I was turned 18, my mom was like, "Well, he may or may not be your dad. I had an affair before you were born."
Interesting. Do you look like your sister?
No, we kind of look different for sure. She has
Okay.
quote unquote Black people hair, and I don't. So, but we didn't know that until I was 18 because I got my blood test done.
You
And
didn't know
apparently-
that.
Well, my sister, my sister,
Your
and me.
sister too.
My mom always just thought that
She was probably like hoping. Like,
yeah, she it was never like she didn't question every day, but apparently something about you can tell if your dad's blood, your mom's blood, you're supposed to have a certain type of blood.
Mhm.
And I had like a different blood type than what I should have had. And
Okay,
that's-
so your dad's
your dad's the
definitely
other guy.
the other guy.
yeah, and she
Okay.
said basically like he was basically looked like you, big, tall,
Was he
big
black?
shoulders. My mom said yes, but she said it was also a hookup, kind of one night thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
she wrote his name down, but she doesn't remember. Like I don't
Interesting.
know.
That's
So-
wild.
Was that
Yeah.
What was that like to like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was very angry. I like ran outside, like pushed her
That's-
away, started crying, like
That's normal.
It
That's
was,
all-
it was, in-
all
it was
normal,
intense.
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It
that
was
sounds
like-
like it.
But I hated like who I thought my real dad was. But I mean, that's what she thought she would tell me. And I thought I'd be happy. She thought I'd be happy. Well, you
Mhm.
don't like your dad because he was never around, but you should be happy about this. But it was the opposite.
Damn,
But yeah,
So you don't know.
that's crazy.
You don't
I
know
don't know.
how.
You should do, Sean. You should like. You guys should. Have you ever done the 23andMe?
No.
I'll do.
no.
I'll pay for
You
it.
guys should
Like,
both do it. Yeah.
yeah. Like
Well, it's cool because it'll tell you like what you're prone to, like diseases, where your makeup's from, different
Yep.
parts of the world.
you know if you
So-
can say the N word when you're rapping or not, which is nice.
Yeah. All my like Black friends, they say the N word to me. They were like, "What up, N word?" And I just like I never say it back because I feel so weird.
But
And
like
my
once
mom
you,
always taught me never to say it, but yeah.
once you get the paperwork back though. But
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that's definitely like super interesting. You don't
Yeah,
know.
it's interesting,
I'm-
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you think the
But the
other dad?
question-
Do you think the other dad knows?
No, probably not.
Damn. So you're gonna knock on his door one day and be like, "I'm your son."
Yeah,
That happens like because of the 23andMe thing. I think that happens.
So the
lot
23andMe, I thought the 23andMe just showed you where
It
you're
won't-
from. It doesn't
it
show. It
won't
doesn't have like. It doesn't pop your dad's name up on the bottom, right?
So
No,
how it
but if you're-
works is
Go
if it's like someone else took the test that's related to him, it'll match you with you have like
Oh.
same.
So you
DNA,
might
and
get
you
some
right.
relative's name.
and you have to fill in the
you-
spots.
Do you remember we have a friend, Pickle. the DJ at her wedding. You remember this story?
Mm-mm.
He is a murderer, and he got caught and convicted of the murder because his sister did the 23andMe, and they found his DNA. He like raped and murdered a teacher in broad daylight 20 years ago.
Damn,
Got away with it scot-free,
that.
and he got bopped for it because of 23andMe, and that's happening a lot more.
This is after the wedding that he got popped?
He got bopped after the wedding. Yeah, he's like in jail forever. He's like it's a murder.
So Pickle's wedding DJ was a murderer.
Yeah.
You want to know the craziest thing about that though is I don't think he murdered anyone since then.
He murdered somebody?
He was a good DJ. Like maybe
He should
he should be forgiven. I don't know. I mean, you can't murder people.
It was like a very gruesome case, so I'm gonna step away from that take. I don't think he should be forgiven.
Free. What's his name? What's his name? Free DJ Pickle. Free DJ Freeze. Free DJ Freeze. Free DJ Freeze.
Free
Let him
freeze.
go, baby. Free freeze. But anyway, the superpower.
Yeah. I think they'll do.
Well, it's black people. Like, I mean, I don't know. Run fast, jump high.
Don't they already do that?
I didn't ask the question. I don't know. I mean, we could talk about superpowers in general. I would want the ability to freeze time. And
careful what you wish for. You ever see Click?
Yeah. Well, he lost the remote or something like that, right? Or he sat on fast forward or something like that.
I think if you fast forward through something, like every time you do that thing, it'll fast forward. And
yeah. I mean, I don't want to fast. Mine will have no fast forwarding. It would just be freezing. But I guess I don't know. I think I thought that in like 7th grade, so I could grab a girl's boobs or something. Like I don't know. Like
you freeze time and just grab their boob.
You what's the that's what I would ask for. That's so stupid. I mean, flying, I feel like is overrated. No, it's overrated because
I'd rather be able to teleport.
Teleport's way better than flying. Flying is more about the feeling of it. Oh, cool! I'm up in the air, but once you get used to it. And what about if a bug hits you in the face? You need a little windshield.
You can be a superhero. If you can fly, I feel like you can shrug that off. But if you teleport, you can just I want to teleport 1,000 feet in the air and free fall, and then the last second.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of teleporting like that. That's a cool way.
Me neither.
I was thinking you could come here for the podcast.
What do you think Trump or Biden's superpower would be, or what they would want to have?
Trump would be to win the election again.
Yeah. The power Trump would be to be in the invention of lying, where everyone believes what he says. That's clearly not true.
Dude, he's freaking insane, man.
Biden would probably make his brain younger or something.
Yeah, Biden would be to be able to have a nice bowl of porridge every morning. He just have the most boring old person superpower.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, I feel like the superpower conversation, there's good. We're not thinking of a good one.
I think teleporting would be is the answer.
Teleporting, and how does it work? How does it? You put in. How does it work? Give me some logistics.
Think of a place, I think I close my eyes, think of a place, snap my fingers, I'm there immediately in the blink of an eye.
What about if you accidentally think about hell? What if I'm don't think about hell? Don't think about hell.
Then I'll go there and come back. The second I get there, I'm like, ooh, heaven.
It can't be think about. It's not going to work. It has to be input
what are you
into.
About?
Well, because you think about stuff
all
the time.
Superpower. I'm not going to use a fucking computer.
Well, you always think about stuff, so your brain will be confused about. It would be say two. It'd be
superpowers work. How are you going to argue with how teleporting works?
So just think about it. Just think about it. All right. So
I think you're trying to say your thought can change.
But you think about India. Where in India? Do you need a longitude and latitude? Do you need a latitude?
No,
and
I would
point?
just this picture that I have in my mind of India. If it exists, I'm there. If not, the closest thing to it.
I mean, that's obviously not specific enough, but I agree with teleporting. It should just be
a little. We'll have to figure out. We'll have to figure out the specifics before we actually teleport anywhere.
It should be Google Maps, and you zoom in and you pick your spot.
That's not a superpower. That's like a
well,
computer.
If you can teleport there, then it's actually a real thought.
No, it's dumb. It's
teleporting.
I'm not going to use a computer. What if I don't have a computer with me? I think
use your phone. Use your phone.
I think about a bank vault. Snap my fingers. I'm there. Grab all the money. Burn it. Go back. I'm a joker. Or controlling people's mind, or reading people's mind would be good.
Yeah, it's like what do you want? what do you want to do is maybe where you should start. Like if you want to have all the money in the world, then you would want to, I don't know, I guess make that your superpower. But then that doesn't make any sense. Having all the money in the world doesn't actually make any sense. Like,
then nobody has any money.
yeah, like then
So all the money in the world. Imagine that every single other person would be poor.
like then you're just a fucking asshole. And like you have to
Right.
look out every day and see people like dying in the street or something, and that's not what you want. So you want
I
all
think
the money. And you don't want all the money in the world.
Superman has like the best power.
So the
for sure.
thing all superheroes choose to do with their superpowers is fight crime. They're all
Right. I wouldn't
vigilantes.
necessarily. I
you
would
don't-
like occasionally.
You don't have to do that. That's a big burden
Right.
to place on yourself, especially with all the crime. And then what level of crimes do you fight? Like it's a big ask to save the world every time.
If you're Superman, you don't have to really like worry about it that much because he's got like he can fly, super strength, everything.
But what if there's
It
two
doesn't
things
have,
going
like-
on? What if there's two things going on at once? Like
I mean,
you
if it can-
need to set some standards
Dude,
for what type
Superman
of crimes.
he can go back in time. He can fly around the world so fast that it starts spinning backwards and reverse time. So he can do both. And when have you ever encountered kryptonite in your whole entire life? So like that's his weakness? Like everyone's like, oh, he's got one mortal weakness, kryptonite.
But like
I'll
also,
take my
but
chances.
also like, why would he be helping someone who's getting their purse stolen? There's bigger crimes to worry about.
I don't think he is.
Well, maybe because the girl's hot too. You know.
So the other
Yes.
thing you could do is like fulfill all your sexual fantasies, like with it. Like that's one thing you could do with superpower. So it's like money, and like what about if you want fame? Like what are the dirty things people want? Like sex, money, fame. Like how good is it to get famous? Like how does that work? Would it be like have a great singing voice, and then you have to do
Well,
that?
it's
Like,
Batman. He was famous, but nobody knew who he was. He's the
but
Batman.
like but his superpower. Actually, I like Batman because he doesn't have any superpower.
He doesn't have one, right?
I
just
really
rich.
like that. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a more complicated question about superpowers than people think, because are you going to be a vigilante and try to help save the world? Because that's going to get political, and it's going to get confusing, and then yeah, it's like, what are your desires? Like, our superpowers going to help solve them? The ability to be happy at all times, like, because I don't know, Hancock. He's like he's got superpowers, and he's all fucked up in his head.
Great movie, by the way. Great movie, great performance by. I love Will Smith. I don't know. I think
the right way to approach the question is, what do you want to accomplish, and then
right.
get a superpower that can help you fit that mold. If you want to be an NBA player, then it still doesn't mean you'll make the 3-point shot.
That's thinking so. I think that's thinking way too small though. For a
I mean,
superpower,
I agree.
like
I
an
agree.
NBA player, like
But
it's
But
awesome.
what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to have the
Right.
whole world's problems on your shoulders?
No, I mean, there probably would be, regardless. If you had the ability to
Well,
stop things from happening and you
you don't have
didn't
to
choose
tell
to do
anyone.
anything,
You don't have to tell anyone.
right? But I don't think that it's on your shoulders because you tell somebody. I think it's like a conscious thing. If I was Superman and I saw, like, I knew there was going to be a murder next door,
Well, how do you know?
and I didn't do, because he's Superman. That's where the superpowers come into play.
He's
He,
super.
So if
he
you
has
don't
the
know that,
ability.
then-
He has the ability to know when someone's going to get murdered. I don't think he has that. He doesn't have that.
So so he just stumbles upon all these people trying to take over the world?
I mean, yeah, that's why it's a TV
Oh,
show.
well, that's a crazy life.
Yeah, like
We're
that's why it's a
talking
movie.
about superpowers that are rooted in reality. So in that case, I
Right.
wouldn't know when a murder's going to happen, right?
Right. And then
We are talking about superpowers,
and then
right?
who's better? So say there's like a mass murder. That's what like the FBI detectives solve. Like not a superhero. He'd be like, "I'll throw this rock at him," and they're like, "Well, we don't know who to throw the rock at." He's like, "Oh, well, when you find him, I'll throw this rock at him and get him." But like, yeah, but we have to do like forensic science and
Right, we don't know it's him.
profiling to find who this guy is. Do you have that superpower? He's like, "No, I can just throw rocks like really far and
Yeah.
jump really high." Well, that doesn't help
Like,
us.
haven't you ever seen any TV show? Like it's never the most obvious guy. So like don't throw the rocks at him yet. We got a lot of work to do. We haven't even
unless
talked
unless
about
it's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is the most
It's the old
obvious
guy.
criminal. It's always someone who they introduce in the beginning of
that.
the
It's always
episode.
the sixth character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
there's the
watched
4 or
I watched
5.
I watched the new Scooby-Doo movie mostly because it had a great soundtrack, and mostly because I just wanted to watch the first 15 minutes and then I fast forwarded to the end, and it was the bad guy was Simon Cowell in
Oh
the
my God.
Scooby-Doo movie, like a cartoon.
That I
version of
believe
it.
actually.
Like, it's so obvious. And they introduced him early in the show, and then he never came back, and at the end he was the bad guy. Every Scooby-Doo, so simple. But got to give credit to some of those writers of shows, because I can't always predict who the bad guy is. I can't always predict who the bad guy is. In Criminal Minds, I'm watching the show Criminal Minds, Law and Order.
Yeah.
Superhero couldn't solve the problems that they do. They understand human nature and profiling of victims and all that shit. So it's cool stuff.
Yeah. All right. Good bites, man.
Yeah, Brandon. What's your answer? What's your answer to both of your big bites?
Oh, what I want to change?
No, first, who would you help? And second, what superpower would you want to have if you were black or something like that on the summer solstice?
Well, who I want to help? I was at Publix the other day. What's the piano thingy? That, like,
a guitar?
Accordion.
Accordion. But it was a piano.
Okay, so it's a piano.
Well, is it an accordion or a guitar? Is it like a guitar that has the keys?
Yeah.
Or was he going and it has accordions have piano keys on them?
Anyway, an instrument.
Okay, how does this tie into your answer?
Yeah.
A Hanukkah, I guess. Accordion. Yeah, accordion. Anyways, this guy had the sign out saying that, like, I just lost my job. I need money. And the music sounds so great. And I just wish I could, like, help him. But
so you wanted to help one homeless person, even though there's like millions.
I don't know. It just made me feel like there was like
they don't all play the accordion, Sean.
Yeah, it was the instrument. Like, he had a talent that he.
So just because he's talented, he deserves your help. But all the other non-talented homeless people, they should just fucking die then. All right, what a guy! What a great guy, Brandon.
I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to help him. And
no, I'm special. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
The superpower be super fast. Like, I feel like.
What would you do with
help
it?
A lot of things, like travel. You don't have a car.
Save money on gas.
I can always be in shape and always lose weight. So just burn it.
Eat whatever you want, and then you just run to California, and you're good.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how fast you run to lose weight.
Maybe
you can still run as much as you want.
Yeah.
But if you run really fast, you can run distance. And like if you run 100 miles, you're going to be in better shape than if you ran 5 miles.
But run fast and not get tired. So I can like travel to California, have like a vacation day, and come back home like the same day.
You'd have to keep it
I think flying would be better than that, but
if I'm fast enough,
you'd have to keep it to like the continental U.S. and like North America.
Yeah.
You'd get that. You'd get to like Costa or to like the bottom of
you
Mexico.
You go to the Panama Canal and then like down and then try to go through the Bering Strait up in like from Alaska over to Russia. Like,
you'd be like, shit, why didn't I have to be able to fly? Damn it.
Yeah,
this felt like a really awesome idea. You know what? Let's go back to Montreal and then take off.
Oh man, that's cool. Crazy. It's crazy. I saw someone drove from like I don't know, South America to as far as they could get, and it took them forever. All right,
that's an awesome story.
Episode 74
had to do with land connecting and all that shit. All right, boom.
In the books.
Episode 74. Thanks everyone. If you made it this far in the podcast, I just really want to say, fuck you.
Yeah, what are you doing? I will say, do you hear that?
What?
Drink and grow rich.
Yeah,
the people they're clamoring for it.
Oh man,
I saw that at 3:30. I was thinking about not doing it today, but should I still do it? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to. Make it quick. Draw one picture and call it a day.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick one.
All right, adios.
Have you ever heard a better podcast in your entire life? Take that, Joe Rogan. Best podcast you've ever heard. Get more podcasts right here and subscribe to the show too while you're at it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Honestly, I love you.